So I just wanted to talk to you about a little concept about being yourself, like being who you really are, and not allowing people to influence you to a different, person. I believe that you need to judge who you are and take in the information that you need, um, and then not let people change who you are just because of the way they're condescending to you or because of the way they act towards you. Don't allow people to make up your moods or your interest or things like that. um, when somebody's condescending to you about something, that doesn't mean that you don't have to be that person. That doesn't mean that um, you just stop being that person because you know they don't like it or they don't think it's true, so you shouldn't really think it's true. Be who you are, you know what I'm saying? I just had an experience, and I want to share with you this experience really quick. I just had to go to the dentist and get a cleaning, and I had to go to the dentist before, and it's not my I didn't want to go to the dentist, but the army requires you to go to the dentist to get out of the army. So I had to go, and I didn't want to at all. And the doctor, me and him had a great conversation. I gave him some references, and when you know something, when you know about health and you know about these things, and you can relate to a doctor and the terminology that you use, and you can understand what they're saying and the terminology that they use, it really empowers you, and the doctor really knows that you actually know something, so they're not going to try to influence you in any kind of way. They're not going to try to be condescending or anything. They might say, I'm not exactly sure if that's true and stuff like that, but they're not going to think that you're totally full of it. And you don't want them to think that, but you want to have enough knowledge, and you want to empower yourself to make it seem like, okay, I'm not gonna try and convince this guy that he needs to take this or he needs that, because he kind of knows what's going on. He knows what's best for him, and that is something that's very empowering, to know what's best for you, and to be able to say, look, I don't want this, I don't want that, and no matter what situation, I'm not getting that. I just risked my entire contract of the Army by saying, listen, I'm not getting a vaccination. I did that with the H1N1. I said, I'm not getting the vaccination. I never got it. I'm not getting certain things done with the dentist. I was like, I'm not allowing them to give me x-rays. I'm not allowing them to give me any kind of fillings. I'm not allowing them to use any kind of toxic materials around me, because this is my life and I'm a living person, and I want to be healthy, and I want to have vitality in my life. I don't want toxins to be in my body. I'm trying to get away from that. This right here, I know it's a little bit toxic, and it's outgassing chemicals, but I'm gonna actually reupholster the whole thing. I just haven't had time to do it lately, but I will. I'm going to do it. I'm changing my complete lifestyle, and I'm trying to do the best I can. And I'm going to get rid of the most toxic things first, like the fillings in my teeth. I have two silver fillings in my teeth that I'm going to be getting rid of. And I can give you a link to the holistic dentist that I'm going to go see. It's very expensive in the United States to do it, so I'm going to go to Mexico to do it. And they're actually on the frontier of it. They're actually... they've been doing it longer. So anyways, so I had this experience with the dentist today, though. I went to go get a cleaning, and it was a different person, and this person just did not understand what I was trying to say. I told her not to use fluoride. I told her, I asked her what kind of chemicals she was using, and she said, I don't know, I haven't looked at your teeth. And she was so condescending towards me. She was the most condescending person that I've ever heard in my life. And she was probably in her 40s, but looked like she was 60 something. I know she wasn't healthy, because I can tell. Once you get into this, you can see it. I'm only 22, and she's probably 40 something, close to her 50s, and she was so condescending just because of my age. And so she's kept saying, well, I've been around a while, and I've been around. And I'm like, I know, but you can have a person that's been in their house their entire life and hasn't left their house, and you can have a 20-year-old that's been all around the world and done so many different things and learned from experience from different people, and you know which one is gonna have more knowledge about these things. That's, you know, that's how I look at it. It's not whether you're older or not. Wisdom doesn't come with how old you are. It comes with questions about life. And so I've asked a lot of questions. I've gotten a lot of answers. And but we're all students here, and we're all learning. And I'm just, you know, sharing my experiences, and hopefully we can all learn off of each other, and hopefully we can share. That's what I love about YouTube and everything. But I just want you to be you, you know. Stop letting people, you know, influence you. It takes courage to do what I've done, to risk, you know, my life with this because I'm very passionate about it. I'm very passionate about being healthy. I had 5 reconstructive surgeries on my face. If you can tell, my eye is just a little bit different than the other one. I had 5 reconstructive surgeries on this whole side of my face. Man, I've completely changed that, the way I look and everything. But I've got a video for you on hibiscus flower water with chia seeds, and I'm about to show you that. Okay, so first off, you always want to start off with the best water ever. So, you know, this is the same water that I had before, and I showed you what I put in it. I put the salt sole, I put the 3% food grade hydrogen peroxide in it, and I put the baking soda just to keep it alkalized, oxygenated, and mineralized and conductive with the electrolytes that you need for every day. And so I start off with this, and then we have hibiscus flower. This is dried hibiscus flower from the same site that I've been talking about for a while. A lot of it, see, I like a lot of the products off of Dr. Kassar's site because they're in food grade packaging. This is food grade. It doesn't leach into the food. So, and you can reuse these packages. They're really, really good. And and he gets like the best quality, you know, and for the best price that I've seen. And, you know, so many, like I've gone through so many different places. And this is just, it's such a good quality for so little amount of money. It's amazing. But to go on with this, all you really want to do, and I just get a little funnel, and you just want about a tablespoon of this, and I'll show you up close. Look at that. It's dried hibiscus flower water, and this is a wonderful flower. It's got a wonderful floral vitamin C type of taste to it. And that's all you want to put in there. It's just that. Now you're just going to let that sit for about 3 hours. So around come lunchtime, when you would eat, like, I'm not going to be hungry around then because when you eat cacao, it's an appetite suppressor, and I'm not going to be hungry around the lunchtime. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drink this as a meal replacement, but I'm going to add chia seeds, and I'll show you how to do that later. So that's all you have to do. It doesn't take very much time. You just do it, and yeah, be happy, live.